What's good, everybody? It's your boy STVGREAT, and we are back here with another episode of Homie Studios. I'm here. I'm joined with the boy Rod and the boy Shades. What's good, y'all boys?
Coming from Duo.
Yes,
Bless,
sir.
bless, bless. Just coming back from the beautiful Orlando. Good day, good Saturday out here.
My man touched down in my hometown, not even my hometown, in my current town for
The
like
qu-
2.3 seconds.
the quickest, the Lord, or the wildest, the quickest trip ever.
Man, thank you so much, guys, for tuning in to another episode 3 of Homie Studios. Please be sure to subscribe and rate. You know, we appreciate all that good stuff. You know what I mean? Man, this I like to apologize because we were supposed to get this done yesterday, and like here I am, migraine the hell out yesterday. But thankfully we bounced back. We bounced back around this part. You know what
I
I'm
know that
saying?
junk annoying, bro.
Bruh,
Very.
2 in 1 week. 2 in 1 week. I'm tired of them damn things, man. But got to roll with the punches and find a way to get past it, man. And thankfully, I woke up this morning feeling fantastic.
Yeah,
So,
There you
good,
go.
bro.
yeah, man. Uh, let's go on and jump into this real talk, man. Because we got our first topic is something that I know a lot of people are very interested in. Everybody wants to know: are we getting this stimulus check or nah? Yo, Rod, tell us a little bit about this, man.
All right. So basically, what we have is that we have the House and the Senate arguing over tit for tat about this money. And not even everyone received the stimulus money in April. We're almost 6, 7 months into this pandemic, and American citizens have gotten $1,200. My question is that how do you feel? How do we feel about that? And do you think it's coming?
You want to go first, ST?
Yeah. Well, in regards to like, how do we feel about like so far throughout this whole pandemic only getting $1,200? I don't think necessarily. I think that's a terrible look. There were a lot of people that were out of jobs. Period. There are businesses that have completely shut the fuck down. And so there are people that are now in situations where they are either getting evicted or far behind on this bill and that bill because of lack of income. And I think due to the lack of being prepared by the government for this whole pandemic to begin with, getting rid of a whole pandemic department, it just leaves a bad taste in a lot of people's mouths, especially the ones who are not able to work. But do I think we're gonna get it this next round? I think so. I think it's coming because I think it kind of it's going to be perceived as something very good from Trump right before election time. You see what I'm saying? So I do think it's coming in.
Bow bow. There it is. You hit it right on the head, brother. Um, I think that to look on the brighter side of thing is good that money was received. Rather than people going through this whole thing and not receive anything from the government. So on the brighter side, I'm glad that people got some form of money, even though that form of money, there were dead people, or they reported that dead people got money. Some people didn't get money that were supposed to get it. So hopefully the second time around, the right people get the money that they need to get. As far as do I think we're going to get it? Yeah, I definitely think that we're going to get it right before the election because Trump needs that last little added boost at the end. He's going to try to uh, narrow the race as much as possible, then issue that stimulus check for maybe a little last second run, and any other thing that they can do to try to boost that vote. They're going to try to do it. So I think it is going to come.
Agree with that. I'll even say this, and we'll go a little bit deeper into this. Um, I blame Steve Mnuchin, Speaker of the House Nancy Pelosi, This has been a situation where they're arguing over a very, very small amount of money. This started off to where the Republicans, they wanted $1 trillion to go out as, you know, a stimulus fund, and that's been moved up. They've even said it to where the Democrats and Republicans came together this week, and then they said that they were looking to move the budget up to 1.5 trillion. And if the economy hits certain markers, it automatically kicks in a third stimulus check later on into 2021. Now, it sounds good, but the hang up between that is that, you know, as Nancy Pelosi being a Democrat, she doesn't want this to look like Trump is getting a win. So now, and then on their side, they want to get it out because they want it to look like an actual win. And the American people are always stuck in the middle of two parents fighting. And I think that is one of like the biggest issues in this country, that nobody will understand, that it's never been about, you know, left or right. It's about us being in the middle and us being compromised. Those people are making money. They took a 31-day vacation. You know what I mean? They're getting money and we don't have any. And then we always argue about how one of them are better than the other, and they're not. It's just crazy to me. But I do think that we will be getting this money very soon. I do think that it will be for a larger amount, or the same amount that we did have, to at least get everybody back moving forward. One of my sections of this is I do want to tell people, all of our listeners, hey, look, guys, find a way to make money. There are so many other ways to make money, and a lot of people will let this situation be their holding point of why they cannot do something. But there's so many ways to make money and to, you know, generate revenue for you and your family. Do not let these politics slow anybody down. Keep moving.
Yeah, like that's the thing that we got to make sure we don't do, is fall into this trap of, well, my primary source of income is out and now I have no way of making money. No, you got to find, like, hey, when it's time to when it's gut check time, you got to do what you got to do. You know? You got to do what you got to do. What's that?
I said hustle.
Big hustle. You know what
I
mean?
One thing I was going to add though, on the negative side that I was going to say was, people in Canada, they were receiving $2,000 throughout this pandemic per month. So it was nothing for their country, you know what I mean, to issue out the check, you know, monthly, not a one-time thing. So that's the negative part. There's other countries out there taking care of their people.
I mean, there's other countries that was out there that was better prepared for all of this too, you know, so.
Like New Zealand, who hasn't had a positive COVID case in 3 or 4 months.
Right. I mean, God, that would be beautiful if that was the case here, man.
You know what's crazy though, man, is that, like, I just think that, like, you know, that should be the main topic for this election, is that how we drop this ball. And it's crazy to me how that's not the topic. Like it's absolutely insane to me of how, like,
the Democrats are making it the topic, but the Republicans, they deflate it and they try to move it. They try to move the needle. You know, they try to change it and switch it around and take it into something else. The Democrats do focus on that. They got campaigns right now, ad campaigns that are specifically talking about that. And Joe Biden talks about that too.
Yeah, I'm literally watching because I'm watching.
Republicans don't want to talk about it. Every time you bring it about it with Trump has interviews where people are talking about it, and he has like one word answers, couple of word answers. He doesn't dive into it. Then he spins and talk about how somebody's negatively trying to attack him and stuff like that. So he plays the victim every time he talks about it. He doesn't accept accountability for what happened.
Yeah, see, like I'm watching the UCF Georgia Tech game right now, and I literally just saw a commercial on that. And, you know, it's a whole bunch of moving of the goalpost with politics in general. I was going to say, but specifically this in general. But like they're moving the goalpost so that you don't have to address this obvious topic of, how in the hell were we so ill prepared? How?
And speaking of moving the goalpost, that brings us into the second topic of Real Talk, where there was a judge, Stanley Basseton in Washington, a federal judge, that overturned policies that the United States Postal Service put into effect that was slowing down the mail service. And he said, and I quote, "This was a politically motivated attack on the efficiency of the Postal Service." And he is overseeing a nationwide preliminary injunction sought by 14 states that are suing the Trump administration and the United States Postal Service. So this is not speculation. This is not somebody making an assumption or anything. These are facts. You have a federal judge and 14 other states. He's overseeing a thing by 14 other states that are trying to sue the Trump administration and the United States Postal Service. So we already see that they're trying to move the goalposts by actually affecting the people trying to mail in votes. They're trying to affect that, because that's what happened last time with the DeSantis and the Andrew Gillum election. There was a whole bunch of mail-in votes that weren't accounted for. They got lost in the shuffle. You know what I mean? So that's why I'm not mailing in my vote. I'm going to the place and I'm having my mask on, my gloves, and I'm going to vote right then and there. Like, I'm not mailing in nothing.
I will pull up in a hazmat suit and make sure I vote.
Yeah, I'm not mailing in nothing. I'm good.
I refuse to trust, because like it's already been way too much questionability about all of this in the air for me to trust to mail in a vote. Like, nah, bump that. I'll pull up to anywhere.
You know what's even I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, do your thing, bro.
You know what's even crazier is that even if you really like, if we can tie in both of the real talk topics, but imagine this, right? Imagine that they are still arguing over this stimulus check by the time that we get to election. When we get to election, Joe Biden wins, but Joe Biden doesn't take over until what, January, February? Mm-hmm. You think that Trump is going to give us money? You know what I'm saying? After him saying that it was rigged? No, I mean, we're in a place to where American people can lose everything. As much as people want to, bring up the topic about losing jobs, like whatever about this actual country. I mean, it's crazy, man. It's just.
If that's the case, let's say that is the case, that Biden wins and then Trump says, "Nah, never mind, y'all ain't getting no money."
I would not be surprised.
He is definitely that level of
the fact that we wouldn't be surprised is the problem. The fact that we wouldn't be surprised that we would have such a petty president lets you know that I'm not going to go into where I'm voting because it doesn't matter. But at the end of the day, that says a whole lot.
No, I'd be shocked if he did. I'd be shocked if he lost and that thing happened. Like, no, I'd be shocked.
No, there's
zero chance to me.
There is only way that 45 is giving out a stimulus check. It's got to be before the election. If we get anywhere to the point where he is really gonna lose, we ain't getting no guap at all.
0 ducats.
At all.
No guala to shopper.
None at all, man. But in regards to they say go out and vote. We mean it the most this election year. Go out physically and vote.
And also, if you are a felon and you had your voting rights restricted, there are things that you can do and steps that you can take to get your voting rights back, as well as your gun rights. So look into that. So people that are telling you because you're a convict, you can't vote, they're false. In the state of Florida, I don't know about all the other states, but in the state of Florida, you can get your voting rights back.
Yeah, and it's lies like that they would normally tell, that then people don't go and do their own research, and so it's good that you brought that to light, because it's as easy as it sounds to go to Google and check that. Some felons ain't been out in a minute, and they first reflex isn't going to Google to find out something.
For sure, or they think, "Oh, I'm a convict, I can't vote." They automatically say that. That's the first thing I hear. That's only
isn't that not already?
So
isn't that not already one of the biggest forms of oppression? Imagine that you can't vote after serving time. You can't vote
after serving your time,
or or in certain states, you can't be around other gang members or people that are gang affiliated when all your family and friends are gang affiliated. So when you get out of jail, where are you supposed to go?
Right.
In some situations, I would say out of the state, go build your own lifestyle. But I do agree with what you're saying. Circumstances are circumstances,
and that makes sense.
Yeah, how are you supposed to get the money to go live out?
Yeah,
right.
You just don't want to go to another city and be like broke.
Right.
I feel you.
And you gotta hope that there's so much that go into that, man. Because let's say you had money in your bank before you left, before you got locked up. Frozen, one, or gone. You know what I mean? Because
my homies got that in cash somewhere, boy. Mm-hmm. They got that bit in cash in the bag, but they ain't about to go like that. They don't trust the system like that.
You know that.
They got that.
You know where it at. Boy. You know where. Well.
That be buried in the bag somewhere, boy.
You don't know where it's at, but you know where it's not at. I tell you that. Banks.
Facts. Yeah, now that I'm thinking about it, like depending on what kind of felony you had, right? You may or may not have that money in the bank. You know what I mean? Yeah. So if but I'm gonna put it this way: if it's not in the bank,
yeah.
You better hope. Like, let's say if some of these dudes has been gone for 15, they come back,
bro.
But their family knew where their money was at,
and you just have to sit and just watch them just run through your bag, boy.
Ray needed a prom suit.
12 of them.
Yeah, and a limo.
He also needed a hotel.
Hey, straight up, bro.
At the beach.
No, not hotel, bro. It's 2020. Airbnb.
Airbnb.
Hey, I need a condo.
A mansion
on the beach.
Hey, look though. The worst part is that they send you the pictures.
Hey,
right.
They send you the picture.
Where y'all got the money for? I thought y'all.
Exactly. They'll send you the pictures, and you not even knowing that came from your money.
Yo, I thought you worked at Amazon, kid.
Amazon, boy, what you talking about?
Man, yeah, but man, I think it's time, fellas. I think it's time to hit.
Oh, it's that time.
It's that time. It's that
time. Hey, what a clip!
Hit him with that barbershop talk, baby. Let's go.
Hey,
huh? Hey, what's up, huh? You know what time it is? Well, all right. So, keeping it 1,000, we saw a video. I saw it from TMZ. Of Juju Smith-Schuster. It didn't appear that he had any knowledge that he was being recorded.
Yeah.
But he presented, lunch to a homeless man or a man in need, just as out of goodwill. Now, I after seeing like this topic, I went on Twitter and I searched everything, and I saw people that were calling him out, and they were definitely saying like, "Oh, he clout chasing, blah blah blah." Normally, if you see somebody clout chasing, you'll see they're doing the recording themselves. They make it known. You will hear audio of them talking, all of that. It looked like somebody completely separate from Juju and the man was sitting on the bench across from the man, and she just so happened to be recording, and he got handed. So for the people who are saying that he's clout chasing, man, y'all first off, y'all gotta stop using these damn terminologies just for the sake of it, and then secondly, realize that there are good people out in this world, and they do stuff just out of the kindness of their heart, and they don't have to broadcast it. It just so happens that someone else broadcasted his good deed.
Juju is one of those guys.
You mind if I be that person?
You can go ahead, because we can
Let me now. I just want to set it up from my side, okay?
Yep.
Now, for everybody that does not know, Juju Smith has an insane following on Twitch, YouTube. I mean, he is a social star. He is a social media professional. He's a social media expert. Whenever he retires from the NFL, that will be his, go is YouTube internet followers. Okay. Juju Smith has already been, kind of internet treated for going to homeless people with a camera in his hand. So you mean to tell me that Juju Smith is walking around in Pittsburgh after he just had his best game with Ben Roethlisberger, and this girl is able to get an HD video of him giving food to a homeless man and walking off? Now, I do want to preface this by saying I have no issue with people giving that, and I have no issue, but that stuff gets him money. And it wouldn't surprise me if that was just some random chick that he knew. They know how the internet works. You know what I'm saying? He knows how the internet works. And he knows that I can't get the attention that I want by actually having a camera in my phone and putting the camera in this man's face. So why not just let me have my friend record it and then act like that I'm doing a good deed? I'm not saying that it's fake. I'm just saying that I'm woke to the internet.
Of course, that's absolutely a possibility. It's the internet in 2020. Like, people are more savvy with how they do things now. To not make it seem that way, I want to give him the benefit of the doubt, and say that it wasn't someone that he knew recording.
Even though, it doesn't matter. he's still kidding.
Rod, I'm gonna have to disagree with you on this one, brother. Like, I definitely think it's in a possibility, but we're talking about Juju, not AB.
No. But I'm just saying that I also think that he knows how to internet, bro. He knows how to internet very, very, very well. And I'm saying that,
and I agree with that. But the thing is, if Juju was gonna do it, I think Juju would have taken it.
Let me ask you a question.
Juju's not the type that's gonna have somebody else. That, just from what I've seen, if Juju's gonna do something, he's gonna do it and he's gonna post it. Like, Juju's seen that. We seen Juju, and he could have had somebody recording him while he's in tailgating and all that stuff like that. You know what I mean? But he recorded himself tailgating with the fans.
So let me ask you this: Do you think that it's a possibility? Let's say that we consider Juju Smith a superstar, right?
I don't think he's a superstar.
I think he's a star.
Nah, bro. I think that on YouTube, Juju Smith is absolutely a star.
You mean?
No, yeah.
You're talking about away from football. Okay, gotcha. Okay.
When I'm talking. Juju Smith can be a football guy, but his money is in the internet. It seriously is.
No, I know. I was.
When you say superstar, and we talking about NFL, I'm thinking you're saying NFL.
Oh no. Right. I'm talking about Juju Smith as the person.
Okay. Then yes, I agree with you.
So
because yes, he's a
because I do know his reach that he has. Yeah.
And no matter what happens with that, good or bad, it's gonna bring him attention. And I'm not saying that Juju Smith is not a good person. I'm just saying that, paparazzi gets paid to show up, and those superstars that are getting photoshopped or not photoshopped, I'm sorry, that are getting the cameras going off and they're in Wyoming with Kanye. Paparazzi is not in Wyoming. You know what I'm saying? You have to call them out there. And I think that is the same concept, that you have a friend with you that says, hey, record this. They know how to record it to make it look right. You get it onto the internet. They get paid. You get paid. And I'm not saying that it's bad. I'm just saying that a person that has that sort of following, they need every single thing that they can to be on the internet for content. So I do think that there's a possibility of it being capped.
I definitely think that's a possibility, but in the case of the person that we're talking about, I don't think that is valid for this person. That's all I'm saying. I don't think he needs that. He doesn't have to do that.
Okay. I kind of lean towards Jay's side, but I see what you're saying, because they're definitely, I see what you're saying, Rod, because there's definitely so many ways that people try to manipulate the internet, but.
Cause look, I'm gonna actually put it to you this way. My family has donated about $2,500 in 2020 to different charities and foundations and things like that. We don't talk about it. There's no need to talk about it. How did that person know? How did that person know to stand there, record a video of a homeless man, and Juju Smith is going to walk out with a bag and give it to him? Come on, man. I mean, there's too many things that are going right on a perfectly video, on like a perfect video. The video, you know what I'm saying?
Here's what I'm saying. How do you know that person hadn't been filming Juju the whole time? They
okay, then, but the video,
and then you're only seeing the part that was edited out and shown to you. You don't know how much video there is.
I know that the video is a person standing in front of someone else. Right. And they're recording them, not Juju. But I'm saying that person had to
understand, but how much video can a person record? They're only showing you what they on that moment, but they could have recorded a lot more video that they didn't show. They just showing you.
It's normal to just stand in front of a homeless man and just record him until this superstar comes out and then may give him food. Like, come on, man.
I think
that's what I'm saying.
I think if you knew Juju was in the store, which that person clearly did, they were recording him in the store and they were recording for whatever purpose. You don't know if they have their own podcast or whatever it is. Or you said this person worked for TMZ?
No. The video was probably bought by TMZ to
right.
To
so look at that, Gerard. TMZ bought this video.
That's normally how they
do videos. So if somebody's going around town and they see Juju, they're like, oh, but they think Juju's out. They could be videotaping him the whole time. And then they finally got some good footage. And then because of this footage, they actually got a bag because of it. So yes, I definitely believe that there's
okay, 1 second. So let's my fault. Go ahead.
No, I'm just saying there's people that go around town that videotape celebrities.
Let's ride with that.
In search of a bag for sure.
Let's ride with that. Okay, so Juju went to Chipotle by himself, right? Mm-hmm. There's a random person outside recording a homeless man that Juju Smith just happens to come by, right? And give this person food. He doesn't look at the camera at all. There is no hesitation, nothing. He walks off. If you're saying that TMZ wants to buy the video, why would you not have Juju Smith's friend to give the friend the money? That's what I'm saying. I mean,
no, what you're saying makes sense. But also is that you're only rolling with that one specific possibility with your argument. That what Jay is saying is you never know what could have led up to that point. Now, you say, well, is that natural to be recording the homeless man? This is my thing. This is how I would try to wrap this up and frame this. The man and the person recording sitting outside. Juju, who is superstar in that area, especially in that area, walks by. He sees the guy. He's like, "Hey man, what would you like to eat?" Goes into Chipotle, grabs the food, comes back out, and she knows he's bringing him food. So she records that. That's another way to look at it. It's just as much as it can be conspiracy theory and the friend is recording and then now the friend's getting paid back. Absolutely. That absolutely also could have been the case. It's just multiple different ways this could have also went. You know what I'm saying?
You'll never know, but
right, exactly. Exactly.
What I'm saying is Juju has never given you. I don't really see where Juju's ever given you anything.
Do you follow Juju on YouTube, Jeremy?
Yeah.
You do?
Not on YouTube, not on YouTube, on Twitter.
Okay then. So you need to go and follow Juju on YouTube. Juju on YouTube is a whole different person. You really go look at Juju on YouTube and not Juju on the field. Juju on YouTube is all about attention, talking, dancing. He is all about every single thing that video brings. I mean, he literally is. And he's from California. He knows how this internet works. Mm-hmm. I mean, look, this happened on Monday, and we're still talking about it. It's Saturday. You know what I'm saying?
Speaking of talking about it, I didn't realize we was gonna spend this much time on Juju.
I know, right?
You got the video, right?
No, I do not have the video of Juju. My apologies on that for everyone watching the podcast on YouTube. But if you are interested in seeing it, you can find it on pretty much any social media platform. Just search Juju Smith-Schuster. We had an upset. Well, at this point, it's not an upset, but we had an upset a couple nights ago when we saw the Clippers take the L. The Clippers took the L to Denver, and now Denver and the Lakers are in the midst of a series, and we already see how that went. They're down. I said Clippers. The Denver Nuggets are now down 0-1 to the Los Angeles Lakers after the game last night. But going back to the Clippers, who do you guys fault for that whole collapse for such a promising season on paper?
I got it. Paul George.
Way off P.
Who gave him that name?
That was Nick Wright. Nick Wright has been saying
take
way
it
off.
back.
Nick Wright has been saying way off P instead of play off P.
Oh, that's a elite name, man.
Way off P, man.
Why you
But
say
no,
Paul?
yeah. Why you say
I
Paul?
just don't think that Paul came with the energy. I don't think that Paul George came and played well at all. I mean, you can't have games like that.
I agree. Who do you think was responsible, Shades?
I put the emphasis of the blame on Doc Rivers, but I think it was an entire team effort to play like that. I don't think it was just one person. If one person was balling, somebody else wasn't. There wasn't a lot of team chemistry, poor attitude. Montrezl Harrell said it back in March, I believe it was. He said that they weren't a good team yet. He said he talked about their attitude. I mean, there's a whole big thing that he put up on. So I think it was a team effort. I got to blame the entire Clippers team. I can't blame the executives. I got to blame the coaching staff, and I got to blame the players. They've been having that attitude out the whole year with this whole load management thing. The top 5 players only playing together 18 games before the bubble. Like, it was an entire team effort, and then half of the players didn't even want to come. You know, Lou Williams. We already know what Sweet Lemon Pepper Lou, how he got that nickname. You know what I mean? So I'm going to put it on the entire team.
Them wings are good though. I can't even lie.
Yeah, they are.
Lemon pepper, man.
But I'll say this: this falls on the shoulders of Kawhi Leonard, and I'm gonna go ahead and break this down. If LeBron James loses any damn playoff series, whose fault is it? If LeBron's team loses any playoff series, who is the person that everybody goes to blame?
LeBron.
Okay, Kawhi is supposed to be the number 1 player in the league, according to most people, right?
Yeah.
So if he's the number 1 player in the league, then why isn't he getting the same scrutiny that a LeBron would have gotten throughout 17 years? You see what I'm saying?
I think he has, though.
I'm sorry?
I think he has, though.
Who?
Kawhi. Everybody has said that Kawhi choked. His legacy has definitely taken a hit. A lot of people has highlighted that he hasn't gotten the same scrutiny as LeBron, and people have admitted that this is the first time that type of pressure has come upon him, and he has not performed. And I definitely think he, as far as the players are concerned, I would give more emphasis on Paul George's playing ability over Kawhi, but Kawhi did not show up the last 2 games, especially not that last game. What he did in the fourth quarter. So
he went 6 of 22 from the field throughout the whole game, and he had scored 0 points in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, so that last game I definitely got to put on Kawhi Leonard, but Kawhi had led the team in points, rebounding, assists, steals, like everything. So he led the team in all aspects throughout the playoffs. So, but I do, as far as that last game, I'm going to put that on Kawhi. But as far as why the Clippers lost, it took the team to lose. Like,
no, absolutely.
Where's Montrezl Harrell? Where is, that Patrick Beverly defense? Like, you know what I'm saying? He was getting balled. Murray's balling on these boys. Jokic balling on these boys.
Well, when
He
you
don't
have
even know.
when you have Lou Williams scoring 26 points in that series, that's a problem. When you when you
He
get
needs to
20
score that a game.
when you get 24 points from Kawhi and Paul George, that's a problem.
Can't happen, though.
Not in the game 7. And the problem is in like I put the vast majority of this collapse on Kawhi's shoulders, but I'm not oblivious or naive enough to think that the rest of the team didn't, cause a lot of that. They definitely caused a lot of that. And now we see.
That's the reason why I chose them, because they had depth. Because that was my playoff pick.
It was mine too.
My playoff pick was the Clippers versus the Heat in the championship. Mm-hmm. Now one of my people is out. I still got the Heat going to the finals, but it's probably going to be Lakers. The Lakers versus looking like the Lakers versus the Heat. Draw, who you think? You think it's going to be Lakers versus the Heat?
I still am gonna hold on to the Celtics for right now.
Okay.
Gordon Hayward's supposed to be making his return tonight, so we'll see how he looks. But
I don't think they got nothing to do with Miami, boy. Miami.
I do though. I think that is the biggest issue for Boston and being able to get out there is that they don't have that other person out there to guard. I think that's gonna change. It may be too late, but I do think that is the difference. Not having your other two. It's not helping you. You know what I'm saying? Because now you got Jaylen Brown and Tatum running insane minutes.
So Gordon Hayward's been out since like the very beginning of the
very first series,
right?
Yeah.
Right. So their team has gotten completely acclimated to playing without Gordon Hayward, right? Like Marcus Smart getting more minutes, all of this stuff, right? And they've been able to excel that way. Now you're finna go plug in another guy who needs the ball. I don't think it's going to end well for Boston, because is now, I'm not saying they don't know how to play together, but you're just throwing in this cold dude fresh into being down 0-2.
I don't think that you're throwing in a cold dude that's not gonna demand the ball. I think that you are throwing in another body that's gonna be able to be a sufficient 7 coming off of the bench if it needs to come off. And you're not running into. I mean, you gotta think about it, bro. Wanamaker is playing for the Celtics right now. Mm-hmm.
Wanamaker's
been balling anytime he get on the court, though.
But
in my opinion,
he should be getting those actual minutes. So those should be Gordon Hayward's minutes. Those are minutes.
But you can't say he shouldn't be getting those minutes if he's balling. You see what I'm saying?
He doesn't get those minutes if Gordon Hayward is playing.
Absolutely. No. I agree that he wouldn't get the minutes, but to say he shouldn't get those minutes, I don't know, because he's showing, hey, coach, I'm ready for this moment.
The reason why the Celtics aren't winning is because Kemba Walker is not playing up to what he's supposed to be doing.
No, he had a decent game in game 2, and they still lost.
Kemba Walker was like 6 of 19. Like, Kemba Walker is down as far as his regular season compared to what's going on in the playoffs. He's even said it himself. He said, I have to play better. I'm playing terrible. Kemba Walker has to step it up a little bit more. He's not playing like the Kemba Walker is trying to be. Kemba Walker is a scoring point guard.
He isn't though. He is.
What are you talking about?
He isn't a scorer. He was a scorer for Charlotte. He's a scoring point guard. You're playing on the Hornets, bro.
Yeah, but look at his game. He's a scoring point guard. He's not a facilitator. He's not going to have 12 assists.
I've never ever in my time that I've seen Kemba Walker like distinctly said that he is a scorer. I mean, I think that he is a great basketball player. I think that calling him a scorer is shorting him on what he is as a basketball player. Kemba Walker's a baller, but I don't think that. But
Kemba Walker is a baller, but he's a scoring type. He's like a Kyrie Irving.
Do you think that Kemba Walker is the best player on that team?
No. Tatum is.
Jason, so he's giving the ball to the best player on the actual team. So he's doing what he's supposed to be doing, right?
Yeah, but he's also supposed to be scoring.
He is scoring. He took him to overtime.
Okay, but he still wasn't playing to his. But Gerard, go look back at his stats, bro.
Okay, So the reason he's not playing up to his potential is because Eric Spoelstra knows how to fucking coach. That's
Yeah.
Mhm.
I don't think it's anything that Kemba Walker is doing.
No, it's everything that Eric Spoelstra is doing. When he's literally, okay, Kimber, you get the ball, double team, off rip. Now you don't get to do all this. Your two moves that you got, because like is elusive, as great of handles as he has, all that good stuff. He got like a step back and he can drive.
And listen, literally, Miami is trapping everything, and they are moving the ball at a very, very efficient rate. The Celtics have got to chase that all night. They need another body. I mean, and it's the best body. It's the best body that would be in the actual starting lineup to make an actual game. I don't understand.
So they're gonna need Gordon Hayward to be chasing around Duncan Robinson all night.
Yeah. I mean, because Wanamaker cannot guard him though, right? Wanamaker cannot guard him because he's too big.
On that ankle, that I mean, hopefully he's healthy, but we know he's not 100%. We know that, right? So we know he's finna come in with this less than 100% ankle, having to chase around Duncan Robinson all night. By the time it's time for him to shoot, legs ain't gonna be there, dog, because he ain't that condition yet.
But that's,
you know what I mean?
But that is fine though. I just need you to bother somebody on defense, so we don't have Tatum and Brown doing it the whole actual time. I don't need you to super. I need you to fill a role for a couple minutes to just be efficient. I think that Gordon Hayward missing is much bigger than people think.
Oh no, I don't think it's a minimal thing. Like,
do you think that the series is
not going to be? It's not going to be enough to make deter Miami from what they're doing.
No, because we move the ball around way too much. So, and anybody on our team can score.
And I mean, Duncan Robinson is yet to go off yet. So y'all haven't even. We're not even talking about that. Duncan Robinson can go slap crazy at any point in time.
Like, look, we still the biggest threat on that team is still going to be Tatum and Jaylen Brown. I just think that it's too late. Like,
this is a hot take right here, boy. You are burying yourself in the ground. Go ahead.
Okay. So let me ask y'all this: Boston 1-4 the next 5 against the Heat.
They can.
I think that
I'm asking. No. I didn't ask you if they can. I'm asking you your opinion. Are they going to beat? Is Boston going to beat Miami 4 out of the next 5 games?
Can we just take it one game at a time? Can we just take it one game at a time?
I don't have the facts, so I don't know what can happen.
I think that Boston wins tonight. Do you think that Miami sweeps?
No, I think we win in 5.
Okay, so you said that Boston wins tonight, right?
No.
So you say it goes down to 3-0? No, bro. If it goes to 3-0, it's a sweep.
No, it's not. No, it's not, because I still give Boston more than enough credit that I think this is the game. I think this is the game that we win. That Boston will get their gears back in order with Gordon Hayward there. I think game 4 they win, and then I think we win in game 5.
I'm giving Boston this game. I'm going Boston on this one.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Boston, and then I'm gonna see what it look like after this game.
Because they 3 hot right now. Marcus Smart up in everybody grill. We 3 hot right now. He ain't about to have this. Nah.
I mean, it's nothing wrong with being wrong, y'all. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, again, and then Marcus Smart get a technical and get kicked out the game and all. Oh, this over. They spirit broken because Miami's snatching people's souls right now.
Yo, like, we 9-1 in the playoffs. Yo, you know what I mean? We 9-1 in the playoffs.
That's what I'm saying. Like them boys, they play consistent, hard nosed. They gain ground and they just keep moving forward.
Well, for as much as people
moving forward, like they never take a step back. As far as
I'm sorry, dog. I keep butting in on you. For as much as people want to bring up how Denver keeps coming back from these large deficits, all you got to go is look at the whole playoff series from the whole playoffs from Miami. We'd be down 15, 17, 19. Don't fucking matter. You know what I mean? Why? Because we are the number 2 team in the league this year with the 3 ball. You know what I mean? And we not depending on two people to hit threes.
So see, in the beginning of the playoff race, you had Lakers versus the Heat.
Yeah, that's exactly what I had.
I had Clippers versus the Heat. So one of my
I had the Heat one because I'm a Heat fan, but
for
two,
sure.
because I knew or I felt that I felt like I knew that they were going to beat Milwaukee.
Yeah,
Like
they had the recipe.
they had the best recipe of anybody that had recipes. You know what I'm saying? Like nobody else is going to be able to do that.
We find out another ingredient that they have. Tenacity, bro. They don't care. They don't care who you are, which is why I think the Lakers better be careful because if they got to play the Heat, boy, that's going to be a 7-game series.
That's where Jimmy Butler comes in.
Yes,
you know what I mean?
You don't care about none of that.
Jimmy Butler don't give a fuck about none of that. Only thing Jimmy Butler gives a damn about is dubs.
Give it to me.
I don't care if I don't have to be the leading scorer. I don't have to be. I can give you a smooth 11 as long as we get a dub.
As long as I get that steal in the fourth quarter that seals the game, like that's all I need.
But speaking of Miami beating Milwaukee, right?
Yeah.
It was just announced yesterday that Giannis Antetokounmpo has won his second consecutive MVP.
Congratulations, Giannis.
Absolutely. More than big ups to Giannis. Big ups to Giannis on winning the second MVP. Now let's get to the real talk. Should he have won the MVP?
I think that LeBron should have won this one, but I completely understand him winning the second one. However, they have to take this into consideration. If he does something with the numbers like this again, he can't win another MVP when he's like going out in the playoffs like this. Now, minus the injury, he was still getting outclassed. They still would have lost. They won the game that they won without him. You know what I'm saying? So the supporting cast for the Bucks is a lot better than people were giving them credit for. I definitely think like LeBron should have won this one because to me, you're saying most valuable player in the league, and I think value to his team. I think if you take LeBron off the Lakers right now, they are a playoff team, but they definitely wouldn't be 9-2 in the playoffs.
They're the Pelicans. They're the Pelicans all over again with Anthony Davis at the forefront.
Yeah, maybe with playoff Rondo coming in, they could have did something, but Rondo feeds off Bron. Everybody feeds off Bron. I'm cool with Giannis getting his second one, but it can't happen again, though. It can't happen again with him going down he got to prove himself in the playoffs to me before he gets another MVP. If I was a voter.
Okay. Rod, what'd you think?
I mean, no, it's a weird year, bubble year, all that stuff. I mean, Giannis balled. I mean, Giannis hooped the whole season, but LeBron's LeBron, and it's all a popularity contest too. So I mean, it's just who's the hottest trend.
Too. His numbers improved from the last year when he won it to this year. All the numbers went up besides field goal percentage.
Oh, you mean Giannis?
Giannis numbers, yeah.
Yes, I mean you got to give it to him. He got better off. He got better off of an MVP year. So it is what it is.
Yeah, I definitely give all the props to Giannis because he definitely. We're not saying he's not a baller. You know what I mean? Obviously, he's a baller, and when you continue to improve year on year, that says a lot. That says a lot for your dedication in the offseason, things of that nature, just improving, trying to pick up on parts of your game that you know is a little bit weaker and strengthen them. I don't think he should have won the MVP. I think the West is a tougher division, right?
Facts.
I think having the number one seed in the West is a big deal, right? So when I see when I see like the Lakers get this number one seed and that's a regular season thing. We're talking about the most valuable player in the league in the more difficult division how you don't give it to LeBron. Because I understood why some of the reasons why they didn't give it to LeBron when he played in the East, right?
Yeah.
Like, because that made all the sense in the world. Yeah, okay, great. Okay, LeBron, we're not going to give it to you because you're playing in the East and we know that the tougher teams are in the West.
Yeah.
So then what's the reason now? You see what I'm saying?
But I don't know if people are going to look at the vote that way. I don't think that people are going to see the East and the West as being a weak conference. I think that,
that is taken into consideration by voters, though.
The conference?
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's why LeBron wasn't getting them back to back when he was in the East like that. That's what they was holding against him. That's what they kept saying. That's why it's making that point.
So they're saying that you're great, but because of your conference, we can't give you an MVP. I mean,
because they were saying he wasn't in the West, where the juggernauts were. It was hella teams in the West.
But I do not think that you can judge anything off of juggernauts. I think that you can judge something based off of numbers. I mean, whose numbers are better?
But your numbers look better in the weaker conference. That's what they were saying.
Against weaker opponents.
How do you judge? But how do you judge a basketball? Okay. I mean, because I'm looking at this way:
at the East and the West, and say the West is
no matter
hitters, bro.
No matter what happens, they're still the best basketball players in the world. I don't think the division is taken into consideration when it comes to voting, because it can't. Because those are still the best players possible. There are no other. The
analysts were talking about it.
They literally was given that reason why they weren't giving LeBron the votes in years past was because you're playing in the East, so you're not playing the best competition night in and night out, blah blah blah, because you get to beat up on some of these weaker East teams. Well, that was a lot of the reasons why he didn't win them. So if that's the case, then what are we doing now? Because he's the number 1 seed in the West, and he's still in the playoffs. We know it's not a playoff thing, but still.
Yeah, and then LeBron was talking about it too. LeBron put out that tweet when they won the West, and it was like he was saying like, "Oh, they said I couldn't do it in the West," and now look up. He was like, what I'm saying, big up on himself because they said that against him, that was a knock against him, that he couldn't lead a team to be number 1 in the West, and now he did it.
I mean, but if you look at LeBron don't really lead in much in the league right now statistically. Like he's not really.
He's an assist leader.
Yeah, I mean, okay. So
which is one of his major, which was one of the major things for his game to begin with.
I didn't even think about that. If you factor in the historical,
you cannot do that. Like you cannot. It's about what's happening right now.
I don't care.
What you mean? How can you do that? You can't do that.
If somebody's hitting historical numbers and they're performing and they're in the MVP race in their 17th year and they made the 16th All NBA team, they said
give him a participation ribbon, basically, right?
Ain't no participation. That's legendary things. And
no, it's not. It's not about legendary. It's about this season. It's about what's going on right now.
Okay, so if we're talking about this season, he's All NBA, right?
Okay.
All NBA. He led his team to the number 1 seed in the tougher conference.
Okay.
And assist leader, and led an assist. Let's not pretend like he was out here scoring 17 points a game. No, he was in the mid to high 20s.
Mm-hmm.
And he was getting boards.
Okay. Let me just have this for 1 minute. Okay.
So I'm gonna give it to you.
So he hasn't. So he's not even the leading scorer on his team. Anthony Davis is. Defensive leader Giannis has averaging 13.8 blocks a game. In that same Western Conference,
13.8 blocks a game.
You mean 3?
13.8 Giannis blocks a game. Or I'm sorry, rebounds. Sorry.
Okay, I'm like blocks. If that was the case, I ain't even arguing, fam.
That's better than
Matoma.
All right, back to you.
So look. So this is just what I say. There's 4 players in the West that average more scoring than him. The only thing that LeBron leads in assists, we cannot, and he's not there in 3 points made, not in steals. I mean, I understand that LeBron James. Hold on, wait. I understand that LeBron James is good. I'm not taking that. And I'm not saying that. But I'm saying that you can't bring in the concepts of what LeBron was and, it's his 17th year. That sounds like a participation ribbon to me. You need to lead in numbers to be an MVP of something. He can be the MVP of the West. But, I mean, for you to say that he's the best player in the league, yes, I'm giving that to him over the whole scope of what he's done. But inside of this season, we can't just give people stuff just because they've done stuff 17 years. Like, that's not what the reward is for this season.
That's not the point of me bringing up the 17th year. The point of me bringing up the 17th year is that you're at the 17th year performing at an elite level.
Okay, and so is Giannis in his 5th year. I don't understand what that even matters. It doesn't matter.
So you say to be an MVP, you have to lead. Obviously, when we say MVP, we talk about most valuable player. I don't know how you get more valuable to your team when you're out here assisting your team to get buckets. So. You could say, well, he's not the highest scorer on his team. He doesn't. Okay, great. He's not the highest scorer on his team. His team is at such a different level when he's actually on the court that you can't say that his value to his team isn't there also. So I'm just trying to understand what else he has to do in order to be valuable, the most valuable player
basketball.
When he's the most valuable player to the league.
Here is my problem with basketball is that everybody, and I don't mean to say this personally, but this is just what it is. Everybody bitch moans and complains about how LeBron James is either the greatest player ever or he's the most mistreated player ever. But there's real robbery going on in the NBA. If you don't mind me saying, Bradley Beal got absolutely robbed. He did. Robbed. Yeah. So I don't even understand why people bring up topics about LeBron. LeBron James is nothing but a popular name. A popular name. And I think that it's bullshit that people will always just say, oh, well, he's just the most valuable player to his team. Brad Beal is, and he don't get no love.
Brad Beal's team didn't even make a damn playoff. So how in the hell are we supposed to say he's the most valuable player? Yeah, you could be valuable to your team, but your team trash.
He didn't even make all NBA, bro.
Sure. No, that's disrespectful. That part is absolutely disrespectful. But to say he's the most valuable player to his team, but his team is ass. So
Brad Beal was the best player in the East, and he did not make all NBA. It doesn't matter. You can't do nothing about that.
That's what the voters. That's what the voters are looking at. They're looking at.
It's wrong. It's wrong. It's wrong. I don't understand. I don't understand what else. I don't. Okay, then.
I want time out. I want to say something else about what you said about value. Okay, so when something comes up in the NBA, whose opinion do we value more in the NBA? Do we value the opinion of Giannis? Do we even look to Giannis to talk about things of the NBA? Who speaks up when it comes to something to do with the NBA?
Giannis. The Bucks did. The Bucks did. They.
Look at
oh my God, Jeremy. Time out.
Anything to do with the NBA?
Time out, Jeremy.
LeBron's opinion is way more valuable than
Giannis. Who was the one that initiated the who actually initiated the actual lockout or not the lockout, the protest? Who did that? That was Giannis.
That was the Bucks.
Giannis.
That
was Giannis, bro.
Well, show me and confirm.
Hold on.
Show me and confirm. That's one instance. Who's been talking?
Jeremy. That's one instance in the 2020 season, and you're trying to bring up other elements that are not in 2020. I don't understand
what are you talking about? How much stuff has come up this year with
LeBron James?
Wait a minute.
And we might have to cut this, but we're going to talk about this.
But wait a minute, because this is the thing. Yeah, what you said, even if what you said is accurate, and I'm gonna give you the benefit of the doubt, saying that you know exactly what you're talking about. That's not during the regular season. That didn't happen during the regular season, so that wouldn't matter about no damn MVP.
I'm saying that. I'm just saying that he was the one that brought it up. So I'm just trying to say that.
I feel you. But I'm just saying.
What about creating an organization to get people to vote more?
That has nothing to do with dribbling a basketball, Jeremy. I don't care about any of that. I need to know numbers.
To me, that adds
no,
value.
It's not. It doesn't, though.
No, but
that makes you a actual humanitarian, Jeremy. It does not make you a basketball player. That is a whole bunch of participation rules. You need to score the ball. Come on, dude.
Like I said, though, anything that happens in the NBA, who does? Because now you're lying to me. Because you know the league does not look to Giannis.
I'm not saying that it doesn't. I'm just saying that is not a reason to give somebody an MVP.
No, but it's something that you would add to the glitch to show that this person is more valuable than this other person.
That's not about basketball, Jeremy. It's about basketball. You can't bring in other elements to prove a valid point about. It's about basketball.
Like you said, Bradley Beal is wrong how they did that. Well, I think
Bradley Beal was statistically the best player in the East, and he missed the All-Star game, and he was not on the All-NBA team. That is a fact. Those are numbers.
That is fact, and that's disrespectful. But what we can't sit here and do is say you got to put up points and buckets when it comes to LeBron. When LeBron averaged 25.3 points a game, 10.2 assists a game, and 7.8 rebounds a game in year 17. Stop this nonsense. He was the most valuable player of the year this year. I'm not listening to this shit no more.
And if that's the case, James Harden should have won if we talking about points and numbers.
How many points did LeBron average?
25.3.
Bradley Beal averaged 30.5.
What was the rest of his stats? Because I know a score when I see one. So what was the rest of Bradley Beal's stats for the season?
Bradley Beal?
Yeah, what was his stats? Outside of just his average points.
SC.
Bradley Beal, for the season, Bradley Beal averaged 35% from three, 45% from field goal. He averaged six assists a game, 4 rebounds a game.
Not good enough.
What? Shoot me.
Not good enough.
See,
because I guess are you trying to argue that he should be MVP?
No.
Okay. No. Well, I've already agreed with you that he should have been on the All NBA. All NBA. No, I agree with you there. But
I was bringing up Brad Beal just because I saw.
No. I got this though. What about James Harden? With James Harden being the point leader of the NBA for the past like 2 or 3 years, and
James Harden won the MVP, right?
He won it one time, but the 2 years prior to that, he won the point title again. And then he didn't get MVP. He was in the MVP race. His team is in the playoffs. You know, he was the main reason why his team went. We're talking about points. That's what I'm saying. It has to do with more than points, bro.
I just tell you that it should not. 1,000% does not involve being a humanitarian and just being able to speak for the actual league, because they have like awards for those things. The MVP is based upon dribbling a basketball and shooting a basketball. If you have to prove those actual values there. LeBron James crying because he's 17 years into the league and he didn't get, his ego stroked by this little MVP championship. Bro, move on, dude. Move on. You're 17 years into the actual league. You have all of the credit that you want. What more do you want? You still have the opportunity to go win a championship. Go win that MVP.
Okay, so
you got something to say if it's not real.
No. This the problem I got with what you just said.
Go ahead.
So LeBron in year 17. Once again, I'm gonna read these numbers off. Puts up 25.3 points a game, 7.8 rebounds, and 10.2 assists. And you're gonna say that why are you complaining about not winning MVP when he put the fucking work in to be the MVP? And let's not pretend that LeBron shouldn't have won several other MVPs that he never got his credit for. So when in year 17, when he puts in the fucking work and puts up probably one of his better assist years, not his better scoring years, probably one of his better rebound years,
and he deserves MVP. You just said that. Come on.
I'm sorry, what? Did you mute yourself?
Feel me. Okay.
In the harder conference.
So run that back. What you just said.
I'll say it verbatim. He had one of his best assist years, maybe not one of his best scoring years. That's at 25 points a game, and then he had one of his better rebounding years. That's rebounds, assists, and still put up 25 points a game. So don't tell me that's not worthy of MVP. That's bullshit.
Number one in the West.
Can I just say this though too? So you just said that he improved on his stats and his scoring did not get better, right? His scoring fell off or did not get better?
I don't know. I don't. Matter of fact, hold on. Let's go back. Let's see if I can go back to last year's numbers because
the
honestly,
MVP of the league got better. I mean, you can't. That's the truth. The MVP of the league last year got better, so that means that MVP should still be the MVP moving forward. No, regardless of conference.
My whole point is what happened to the team, though.
I mean, the team is team, and that's what I'm saying though too. Is that I don't understand why people
they should not vote until after the second round of the playoffs. I'm sorry, like
yes, so LeBron's numbers, his points per game went from 27.4 the year before to 25.3 this year. Why did his points drop? Answer that question for me. Why did his points drop?
Because he gave the ball to Anthony Davis.
Oh, so that's why his assist numbers went up then.
I don't know.
Is that why his assist numbers went up then?
But I'm
okay then that's my point. What are we talking about here? It's still impacting the damn team. It's the value he brings to the team. He's the most valuable player in the league. Period.
He might be the most valuable player too.
Based on those assists he made to Anthony Davis, you're able to make the point that Anthony Davis is the scoring leader for the Lakers because LeBron gave it up to him.
Rondo also gives it to him though, bro. You don't see how
Rondo
and Anthony Davis. Rondo
just got back. What are you talking about?
And they've been eating ever since that he got the biggest beneficiary of Rondo coming back is Anthony Davis. Bar none. Come on, man. Y'all boys are trying to give this to him just because he is him.
I would never no. Never. How am I trying to give it to him for is because it's him when I literally read you off the numbers?
You just said that his scoring numbers dropped.
And everything else increased. Okay. What are you talking about?
Okay,
Gerard,
the MVP of the league got better.
He averaged a fucking double-double.
Okay.
Period.
Okay, time out.
A 2010 double-double.
Hey, time out, guys. Time out real quick. Gerard. Okay.
Yes.
You said something about Giannis getting better, and then his numbers got better the next year, right? But look at the Lakers. Right. Look at the Lakers last year versus the Lakers this year. Can we give anything to LeBron for that? They weren't even in the playoffs last year. This is the first.
What do you want me to give them, dude? I don't understand. I don't understand. Oh, okay, look.
You just gave Giannis all the praise for having his numbers go up. Wait, time out.
No. I'm not. Listen, I'm not giving anybody credit for anything. But if you are telling me that we are comparing numbers and we're saying, okay, look, we're saying that Giannis is the MVP, the reigning MVP. Giannis had the same season. Everybody played in the same basketball season in different conferences. Everybody played, right?
Yeah, most valuable player.
Giannis's numbers were better than his MVP season.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that means that we would say, oh well, if his numbers got better, do you think that he's still progressing in his career? Not about his actual basketball. Hold on, wait.
Okay.
Not about his basketball team. Not about. I'm talking about him as a player. Yes. We can never give someone credit because their team is doing good in the playoffs, but their season. Hold on, wait.
Bump the playoffs, bro. Look at the regular season. Look at the Lakers last year.
And his numbers were down. And his numbers are down. I don't understand how you give LeBron.
But look at the team success.
You're the only number you're focused on is
scoring. Yeah.
Is scoring when that's not the only thing that's focused on. That's not the only thing that's focused on.
Look at the team success. Look at what he did.
That's not the
only nothing to do with the team. Stop saying the word team success
because that's a player for the team, bro. Come on.
Okay, then Jeremy, he's the most valuable player for his team.
That was the number one seed.
Is Donovan Mitchell the actual MVP? He's the best player on his team.
Yeah, but
was he the number one seed? Was he the number one seed?
It's Jokic.
Was he the number one seed?
Hold on, wait. Time out.
Number one seed.
Jokic stole the whole show of the whole West, right? Jokic did. Straight up. Everybody can say that, right?
Yep.
No.
So why? So what?
Jokic only did something for this.
No. Jokic did that.
No,
Jokic did that. You know what?
He did something. He's done something the last series, and in the series before that, it was Jamal Murray. So what's up?
What about buddy for
Jokic?
No. Hold on. Let's stay on Jokic.
What about
finish your comment on Jokic?
What about Buddy from Dallas? He
Doncic?
definitely took over the actual West.
Yes, and once again, and I'm gonna repeat myself. Were they the number 1 seed?
Yes, or were they? Yeah, they were.
No, who was the number 1? What? What? No. I'm saying was Jokic? No. Was Doncic? No. It was the Lakers, led by who?
Look at all the people you named that LeBron had to go through. Luka, Dame, James.
He didn't go through Luka.
He didn't go. During the regular season. Yeah.
He definitely did not want that. He definitely did not want that.
But look at the team that he had to play to be number 1 on the West. That's what we're trying.
You guys just crowned the shit out of him, bro. And
no.
I'm not saying.
Look at the talent he's playing.
I'm not saying that he is not the best talent. Luka was the best player in the West. What do you mean, Jeremy?
Because the most valuable player doesn't mean the fucking best player. That's what we try. That most valuable player does not mean best player in the league. If that was the case, it would be the best player in the league award.
If we're saying that
MVP means
two different things. Two different things.
Hold on, wait.
We didn't say the best player. We said most valuable.
Time out. The most valuable player is the most prestigious trophy. That means that means that you are king of the league. The league. Okay? That means that in that season you are the king. It's okay if the king is not the king of the league every single season.
And he hasn't been. He's only won 3. He's won 3 in 17 years. Stop the nonsense.
Why? Oh, okay then. So that means
let me ask you a question.
Do more things.
Let me ask you a question.
I don't understand. You know what I'm saying?
Let me ask you a question.
Good.
In those 17 years, how many of those years would you say that LeBron was actually the most valuable player in the league?
I mean, you're asking me to run back 17 years. I mean, I would say that probably. I'm really not going to be able to go back and check that. No.
I'm not. I'm just saying, just your opinion on it.
More times than not.
Right. You say we just crown him, and I say I'm not crowning him,
bro. He has a lifetime contract with Nike. I don't understand what else this man needs besides to stroke his ego more.
You know
what I'm saying?
I'm sorry.
It's not about stroking the ego. It's about
sports the interview, though. I'm not.
Sports is about egos.
No, I feel that.
So what are we talking about with Will? You got to stroke his ego. You don't think every great player wants their ego stroked?
No, I feel that. But I'm just not the. I mean, I need you to show me more. For somebody to come up and be like, I'm mad that I didn't win it, dude. Move on and go win basketball games. I don't understand.
This isn't the first time he said he's been mad about not winning it. This isn't the first time he said it. 2 of the other times he said it, guess what he went on to do? Win championships. So when you say, bro, just move on, well, he's done this before and he's moved on to win the championship. So let's not pretend. All I'm saying is this, dog, is I'm not crowning him because of he's LeBron James. I know why his point total went down. Because it made fucking sense. You put one of the top 5 players in the league on your team when you didn't have that last year, right? He didn't have no Anthony Davis last year. Of course, his point totals is going to be higher because he's being dependent on more. But the problem, the fact that remains is when we talk about value to your team and being the most valuable, in my opinion. Only ST. I can't speak for nobody else. But when I say ST, hey, who do you think was the MVP of this season? I'm giving it to LeBron. The years that Steph won it, I said Steph should have won it. The year that Russ won it, I said Russ should have won it. I'm not sitting here crowning somebody just because that's one of my favorite players, if not my most favorite player of all time. I'm saying based off of pure numbers, best assist. I just looked up his career. Best assist numbers of his career at 10.2. I looked up the rebound numbers. This is like the fifth best season he's had at rebounds in his career. And then his point total is still at 25.3 points a game. So when we add those things up and you factor in that he was the number 1 seed in the toughest conference, the tougher conference of the two, got his team to that point. Like I understand if somebody says that Giannis should be it, I get it. But what I will say is that you can't sit here and be like, y'all just crowning him because you crowning him. No, I'm crowning him because I'm literally looking at the stats, looking at the numbers, and then you look at the actual play on the court and see his impact. That's not me crowning somebody for the sake of crowning them. That's me crowning them because they bust their ass and they worked for it.
Would you say that there's other players that are doing the same thing on basketball teams? Just because he's on the Lakers, he's in the hardest conference, then there's not other people that are doing the actual same thing. I mean, like, I just think, and I'll say this, LeBron James is a great basketball player, the greatest basketball player ever. He's a great humanitarian, all of like these other things, but we cannot judge a MVP based upon him getting better at his own numbers because of him playing in a like.
That's literally that was literally your argument with Giannis, though. You literally just said, well, he improved on his numbers from this year to this year. So don't say that. No, you're talking out of both sides of your mouth. Let's keep it.
The numbers are actually lower, though. The numbers are lower, so those actual numbers are never going to be correct evidence to say. I can never look at something and then say, well, you scored 27 points, but now actually you scored 25 points. But you play in the Western Conference, so then let me give you this. That's not how that's ever going to work. You know what I'm saying?
Also, I've already rebutted that damn statement you made. I've already said why his number dropped. I've said you added a top 5 player in the league that you did not have last year. That's why your number is going to drop, because you got somebody who you don't have to have all the weight on your shoulders. You are able to then do something better, which is, I'm a hand the ball off to you. I'm gonna assist, because assist numbers also factor into MVPs. How do I know? Because Russell Westbrook won it because he was a triple-double. That matters. Stop the nonsense. Can we finish this convo? Can this be done? Can this be done? Because I got more ammo in the clip, and I'm just saying.
I got one last thing to say, dog. I can give LeBron the MVP if I look at team success, because team success is another factor that they put into the MVP. So if you look at both teams compare from year to year, that's a perfectly good reason to give somebody an MVP over somebody else. So, but I want to go into the MVP or the NFL talk real quick.
Yeah, and before we slide to that NFL talk, you're right. I appreciate that combo, dog, because it'd be way too many people that don't. It'd be too many people that be on your end of it, but they don't know how to articulate it.
Gerard,
and I need that.
Gerard, don't worry, because we're gonna have more LeBron talks later on. That absolutely extremely pissed at me.
And I just want this. And it's weird because I'm saying this. I'm not saying that I don't hate LeBron James. I'm just saying that like everybody
think he deserved the MVP this year.
Yeah, I mean, and look. I am still okay with it because I'm a person. I don't give a fuck about an MVP. If I have a chance to go win a fucking championship, it means nothing to me. So like for like
they gotta
LeBron
change that though, bro.
So I will actually say this though too. The part about LeBron James that is corniest to me, it's not nothing that he does on the basketball court. It's the things that he does to try to be like everybody else. So he will try to like find these things to like be mad about. So he does this interview. He's like, I'm mad that I didn't get the MVP. And then now we're going to try to use this as fuel. No, just go play basketball. You're the greatest player in the world. You don't need fuel. You don't need nothing.
Bro, you can't say that. You can't say that. Jordan did that. You can't say that. Jordan did that. What do you mean? And I still think that, bro. That's what the greats do. Tom Brady does it too.
I'm muting myself.
And I still think that shit is OD, bro. I do.
They need motivation, bro. It's
because greatness finds a way to push themselves even harder than the next person will.
Agreed.
So with that being said, that if however you have to bring out your greatness, I can't sit here and say, "Hey man, that's some bullshit." But wait, or that's some corny shit. No. You said that's some corny shit, and if you feel that's corny, that's your perspective on it, and that you have every right to have that perspective. I also understand that greatness pulls their inspiration from everywhere, and however they do it, as long as it's successful.
It's like when Philadelphia Eagles
and legal.
They embraced the underdog mentality. They came out with the dog mask and all that. That helped them give them juice to beat the Patriots. You know what I'm saying? Anybody can say otherwise.
That is a 53-man roster. We're talking about 5 basketball players. It doesn't. Those things are 2 different things. Underdog can come.
No, it's not. It's giving extra motivation.
15-man rush. I'm sorry, 5 men on the floor.
Yeah, but it's the same thing. It's a tactic of giving yourself extra motivation to stay focused and to come out with the win.
Man, it's the same thing as like Lawrence Taylor snorting coke before a game, man. That's all it is. You know what I'm saying? Like it was just them getting hype. You know what I mean? Damn.
How many flags?
8 ball. All right, what's up with this NFL topic?
Yes,
hey, SC, dog. Can we put on that catch of the week real quick?
We might we might need to cut like 45 minutes of that.
Oh no, don't worry. We're gonna figure that out. But let's take a look at this catch that Shays wanted us to take a little look at here.
And Carter, did you notice at the end when Lamar Jackson went to Mark Andrews to dap him up? He was really saying thank you, wasn't he? Because he was so wide open, he almost missed the layup with the laser beam throw that you just described. Could have taken a...
Now hold on 1 second. ST, before you go, do you remember last week, Jeremy, when I talked to you about Lamar Jackson and throwing the football? Mm-hmm. That is a great catch though, but you remember what I told you about Lamar Jackson and throwing the football? Go ahead, ST.
Oh no, I'm not going first after you just said that. I want to hear what Shay's got to say because that was definitely a rebuttal towards Shay's and what he's talking about. So go ahead, brother.
Okay, you talking about one pass out of all the other beautiful passes that he had that still resulted in a touchdown. Yeah, he got bailed out by the number 3 tight end in the league, but at the same time, you're talking about one pass out of the 25. I think he went 20 for 25, something like that. You know what I mean? And then he's going to show you what he's going to do against the Texans. So come back at me tomorrow. Come back at me tomorrow when you see how that Cardinal boys up. Don't try, bro. You chose the wrong person to go against, bro. That Lamar is the wrong one.
All right, we'll find out.
Just how you feel about me and Hendo, I feel about you trying the wrong one with Lamar. But
all right, man. Well, we got week 2 of the NFL season coming up this weekend, or tomorrow, I should say. How far we want to dive into this? Because I'm gonna keep it 1,000.
Miami's on,
and I am halfway paying attention. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. I'm here in all of spirit and mind, body, but yeah, man. I just have to. If you see celebrations on the screen, that's all that is. You know what I mean?
Well, you're not going to see a bunch of celebrations because Louisville's getting that ass.
I literally just did a celebration. I just did one. I just did it. I just did it though. All right. Okay. So
5 games.
All right. What's the 5 games we hitting this week, Chase?
Let's go Rams versus Eagles.
Uh-huh.
Let's go Seahawks versus Patriots.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Let's go Buccaneers versus Panthers. Cowboys versus Falcons. Ravens versus Texans. I do want to do the Cardinals, but I think Cardinals gonna win that.
All right, so I have Rams over. I got Rams. Eagles.
I almost asked why you had the Bucks.
Who?
And then I realized that Tom Brady was there.
Yeah,
you talking about
young boy.
See, okay, so what was the 5 games I had? I had Rams, Eagles, Ravens, Texans, Patriots, Seahawks, and then what was the other 2?
Cowboys, Falcons, and Texans, Baltimore.
Okay. So Shit, where the fuck I put that shit? All right, regardless, I know who I'm picking on that in that game. So let's start off with Rams versus Eagles. We know that Carson Wentz is he struggled last week against the Washington football team, and we know that the Rams got a dub last week. I mean, I got the Rams over the Eagles here, like. And
Robert Woods just got paid 4 years, $64 million extension.
Shout out to these brothers out here getting paid, man.
Yeah, do your thing, boy.
Shout out to the Rams and having an endless bag.
Hey,
right?
Them
like
Rams, them Rams throw money, dog.
They be paying dough, and I'm like, yo, fam, can I sign up? Because like, I'll be like a ball boy if y'all got bags like that. You know what I mean?
I have literally been saying for the last 2 seasons, how the hell the Rams got all this money? And it just keeps on going.
Because the owner is married to one of the Walton family. His wife is one of the Walmart owners.
How
do they have so much cap space? Is the better question.
I mean.
There was something. Remember, I talked to you about this, ST. They were actually kind of investigating that a little bit, but it kind of seems that the players are getting a whole bunch of upfront money, and then the other contract is done regular, whatever. But they're giving a whole bunch of upfront money.
Well, did you see how you saw how Todd Gurley and Clay Matthews went on Twitter, and like they were talking about the Rams were trying to duck him and that they didn't want to pay him. And like they had to like say like nah, bro, like y'all paying me for real.
Yeah.
I don't know. Endless bag out there.
Let's go defense. I got the Rams over the Eagles here, man.
Same do I. I do that. I got
Rams.
I just don't see a lot in the Eagles as of right now. And like even when Alshon Jeffrey comes back, like something about like. From one year to the next, something seems like it's off a little bit, and then they're gonna have to prove me wrong on that one. So
yeah, what about them boys over the Dirty Birds?
Oh, I don't believe in anything that Matt Ryan has going on. Give me that.
Yeah, give me the Cowboys on that one, man.
Yeah, I got the boys on that.
They got a bounce back win on that.
For the same exact reason, like I don't trust Matt Ryan. Like I know by the definition of law, I know he's technically a decent quarterback, but it's one thing to put up stats, and it's another thing to put up stats that actually impact dubs, or lead to dubs. And
ST, you don't like Matt Ryan?
Like this is my thing. I like I said, I think he could put up numbers. I like him for fantasy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I like for fantasy football. Hell yeah, motherfucker be throwing like 350 yards a game.
If I need him to win it in gambling too, the under against the Falcons is a win. It's a win. It's an absolute win.
I love you, dog. You know I love you, man.
Yo, of course, but no, this is my problem. This is my problem with Matt Ryan though. How hard is it to hit Julio in the end zone,
bruh?
Like he be having like 150 yards, no touchdown,
no tutty. Like it's Julio fucking Jones. All right. So
Ravens or Texans?
Oh, I got the Ravens. Like what? This is gonna be the worst part of Deshaun. This is gonna be the worst part about that is because Deshaun's gonna put up the numbers. That's not gonna. Yeah, no. I think Deshaun will put up numbers. Like,
you don't got the weapons, man. Will Fuller better not get hurt.
He'll put up numbers. You can say he ain't got the weapons. The man got the arm, and as long as he got the arm, don't he got Brandon Cooks too?
Yeah,
he got Cook. He got Cooks. He got
Will Fuller. He got Kenny Stills.
He got targets.
He got Duke. He got David Johnson. He got
he got pieces. He just don't have D-Hop, and that's what you. I think that's what you meant because he definitely got pieces.
he got some. I don't know about the numbers though. We'll see.
Look,
but yeah, I got Ravens. I got Ravens too, brother.
Yeah, I mean, I just don't see anybody really slowing down that
Who you
offense.
got on the Seahawks versus the Patriots?
The Hawks. Like, I
I
got
kind of
the
want. I got the Hawks too, man. I kind of want to go against the grain, though, man. I want to go with the Patriots, man.
was that your final? Is that your final guess?
Nah.
Is that your
Yeah.
prediction? Is that your
Yeah.
prediction?
I'm gonna switch it up. I'm gonna go Pats. Everybody's going Seahawks. Everybody's going Seahawks. I'm going Patriots.
Okay.
I'm going Patriots.
See, I like the Seahawks in this game.
That's gonna be the best game of the week, I think.
I like the Seahawks in this game primarily because they already have an established offense that doesn't have to sit here and play the second guess game.
Yeah.
And the offense is clicking.
Yeah.
And they letting Russ throw more.
Yeah. And he throwing that D ball to DK.
If you're gonna let that man throw more, then all y'all did was just like unlock something that y'all should have unlocked like 3 years ago.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Tyler Lockett will carve you up. DK go over the top, and he can run every route. So, and then they got a nice run game, and then they added Greg Olsen, so he got a good security blanket that can block.
Yes, sir.
Last one was Buccaneers and Panthers.
I'm trying to figure out what like it's clearly the Bucks, or am I tripping?
It's clearly the Bucks, man. But if Brady come out here throwing picks,
they still gonna be going against the
Saints,
Panthers.
The Saints defense.
They're still gonna be going against the Panthers.
You got Christian McCaffrey. They got
he puts up stats. He put up stats all last year, and they won like 4 games. So like
I got Bucks too. I'm just saying Tom Brady can't come out here throwing no picks.
Yes, sir. Yeah, I mean, I would say let's hit that Titans Jags game, but I don't want to put that on wax on what I actually think is going to happen in that game. You know what I'm saying?
Titans always got our number, bro.
Look, bro.
Always got our number, dog.
I'm not putting my prediction on the podcast because I don't want not for that game. Not for that specific game.
Ryan Tannehill looks like he's struggling a little bit though, and AJ Brown hurt him. So they just
Ryan Tannehill has struggled every damn game since he's been there. Like, if you really got,
he had a few games where he kind of
for like 200 yards total, like for like 200 yards passing. Like
I think he's gonna throw an interception.
Like they won multiple games with him throwing like under 90 yards in a game. I don't take none of that shit seriously.
I like Minshew. I like us to keep the game close, and Minshew has the last drive. I like depending on that right there. If that can happen, I see us winning. We gotta keep the game close all the way through with the Titans, because that's how Derrick Henry is. He's going.
If that could happen, then in that case, brother, like I would be able to then say that the Jaguars is going to win. But seeing that I know that's not the case, like, nah.
Well, we don't know. It's a new year. We don't know yet, man. We got to see how this team is going to shake us. I mean, this game is going to be really telling because how we play the Titans, that speaks volumes to how we're going to play another team because that's a playoff team.
Did my running back just bust off like a 50-yard? Yeah, he did.
Yo, this is the last shadow topic I got for we end, bro.
Okay.
So I saw something that came across my screen saying that there's a possibility the Giants could trade Saquon, or should they trade Saquon?
Wait.
I don't think that they should because that's.
Were they saying that they should or that they are talking about it? Was that articles like saying that there was actual talks about it, or just saying should they?
No, it was saying should they.
No. No.
I didn't even care about that part. I was just like, you know how I am. I'm just like, okay, if Saquon was on the market, where would he go? I say the Rams. The Rams would trade for Saquon Barkley. Send Cam Akers a second and a 5th round pick. Give me Saquon. That's what they need, boy. They need that running back.
Of course. Yeah. That's an obvious pick. But like,
Is it?
yes. Who the Rams running out at running back? Henderson?
They ain't been using my boy. He got a hamstring in his hammy. You know.
There we go. I think he would be good in. Okay, it depends on where you're trying to put him, because honestly, I think if you still want to keep a young nucleus around him, a good place for him to go would be Denver, where they can really use. Sorry. I got a little distracted.
You all good, brother.
Touchdown Canes, by the way, for the people that are listening.
Touchdown, Kane! Bring out that touchdown chain.
Y'all don't understand. I'm doing my best right now to not be loud and obnoxious, because there is never a time when the Canes score and I'm not hype.
Nah, man, it's been a beautiful episode. Let's go ahead and wrap this baby up, man. We touched on a lot of topics. We got into that heated LeBron battle. I got a heated LeBron discussion for you later on in the future episodes. So
that's cool. You know, I got the ammo in the clip. You know what I mean? Like,
there ain't nothing you can say about this one, buddy.
I mean, that's what you think. That's what you think.
You can say what you want.
But for now, thank you so much for tuning in to Homie Studios. Thank you so much for giving us your ear and letting us just chop it up. And I do apologize if my vocals was a little too loud and they completely destroyed your eardrums. But
that's what happens when you talk about LeBron.
yo, it's a touchy subject, you know what I'm saying? But for now, it's been your boy ST, the GREAT, and it's been your boy
Shades.
Shout out to the boy Rod. He had to drop off early, but you know we still rocking.
Yo, in Boston Celtics, yo, if you wanna win, you gotta play taco.
All right, we wrapping this thing up now. It's been your boys at Homie Studios. We'll catch up with y'all. What, a couple days? Yeah.
Hey, couple of days.
Yeah.